Work feels draining even when it pays well. Now consider an alternative. When work is approached as a complex game, one with rules, feedback, and opportunities for mastery, it becomes a source of flow. This does not require changing jobs. It requires changing the way attention is invested. When skills are honed, goals refined, and challenges embraced, work becomes intrinsically rewarding. External rewards may still matter, but they are no longer the sole reason for engagement. This shift has compounding effects. People who experience flow at work tend to learn faster, adapt better, and perform at higher levels. Over time, this leads to greater autonomy, increased income, and more choices. Financial freedom emerges not as a sudden windfall, but as the natural byproduct of sustained engagement. Because the self grows not by being admired, but by being exercised, time behaves strangely in flow. Hours pass like minutes, or minutes stretch into timeless immersion. This distortion is not an illusion. It reflects the fact that attention is no longer divided. When consciousness is unified, temporal markers lose importance. This is why flow experiences are remembered so vividly. They stand out not because they were easy, but because they were complete. Now let us confront a misconception that often arises at this point. Some people fear that living in flow means becoming obsessed, unbalanced, or detached from reality. But the opposite is true. Flow is not escape, it is engagement. It does not remove you from the world, it connects you more deeply to it. The person who experiences flow regularly is not indifferent to others. They are often more attentive, more generous, more capable of meaningful relationships. Why? Because their attention is trained. This training extends beyond work or productivity. Relationships, too, can become sources of flow. A conversation in which both parties are fully present, listening deeply, responding authentically, and adjusting to one another's cues can be as absorbing as any game or art form. Families that create shared challenges, projects, rituals, learning experiences often report higher satisfaction than those that merely consume entertainment together. Flow thrives on participation, not passivity. From a financial perspective, this insight is critical. Many people attempt to compensate for lack of engagement in relationships with consumption. They buy experiences instead of creating them. But purchased pleasure rarely produces flow. It requires little skill, little effort, and offers minimal feedback. Created experiences, on the other hand, demand attention and cooperation. They strengthen bonds while generating enjoyment. Over time, this reduces the pressure to spend money in search of fulfillment. Let me say something that may sound provocative. The greatest threat to human happiness is not poverty, but meaningless abundance.